Welcome to today's episode of New York Stories. I'm excited to learn about another one of New York City's many neighborhoods. Let's see where the little red car will take us today. It's time to hit the road. Hop into the little red car and get ready to discover the history and culture of New York through its tapestry of rich musical traditions. We'll explore and celebrate many of the cultures that make New York one of the most diverse and greatest cities in the world. Where do you think the little red car will take us today? Could it be A, Sunset Park, B, Inwood, or C, the Bronx? If you answered C, you were correct. Welcome to the Bronx. The Bronx is the northernmost borough of New York City and has a population of almost 1.4 million people. The land that makes up the Bronx is almost a quarter parkland, such as those found at the Bronx Zoo and the New York Botanical Garden. And the Bronx boasts 14 colleges and universities. The area was once inhabited by the Lenape people, who were driven away by expanding European colonization. These days, the Bronx is home to people of many backgrounds, including African Americans, Latino Americans, and Caribbean Americans. The Bronx is also home to a number of styles of music, and perhaps most notably, hip-hop. Hip-hop is a culture and art movement that was created by African Americans, Latino Americans, and Caribbean Americans in the Bronx during the 1970s. The Bronx hip-hop scene emerged from neighborhood block parties where disc jockeys, or DJs, including DJ Kool Herc, would spin vinyl and use new techniques to create new sounds. These techniques include sampling, where the DJ isolates one sound and reuses it in another song, a technique that is still one of the most important parts of hip-hop and rap music to this day. There's also scratching, where the DJ moves a record back and forth while they are playing to create a scratching kind of sound. Hip-hop also led to a new style of dance, commonly referred to as breakdancing. Breakdancing is physically demanding, with dance moves sometimes involving spinning on one's head or suspending oneself above the ground with one's arms. I couldn't possibly try to do that. As the art form spread to new continents and merged with their local styles throughout the 1990s and beyond, these elements of hip-hop music, DJing, and dance were adapted and developed. The movement continues to expand globally, especially since the invention of the drum machine. A drum machine is a programmable device that allows a musician to input a drum beat to be played back repeatedly on loop. Notably, the Roland 808 is an early drum machine whose imitations of acoustic drum kits don't really sound like real instruments, but nonetheless opened up a whole new world of music. The electronic sound of the Roland 808 inspired another element of hip-hop, known as beatboxing. Beatboxing is a form of vocal percussion that involves mimicking the sound of a drum machine, simply using one's mouth and voice. Another key musical element in hip-hop music is MCing, also called rapping. MCing is the rhythmic spoken delivery of rhymes and wordplay, sometimes without accompaniment, but mostly over a drum beat. Today, hip-hop is enjoyed all over the world, with children and adults alike rapping, singing and dancing to this music that came from the Bronx. Rapping is a musical form of vocal delivery that incorporates rhyme, rhythmic speech, and street vernacular. It's performed or chanted in a number of ways, usually over a backing beat and musical accompaniment like you can hear now. The rapper's words convey a message or tell a story, and rhyme is often used at the end of the sentence.
Hey, my name is Evan and I like to rap. Did you know that I have a little cat? His name is Dudley and he's very sweet. He likes to play, sleep and eat. Yeah, my name is Evan and I like to rap. Did you know that I have another cat? His name is Duncan and he's Dudley's brother. They are best friends and they love each other.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed my cat rap. Now it's your turn. Feel free to pause the video and see if you can write yourself a poem. And your poem should rhyme and it should tell a story about you. Then come up the front and see how it sounds with this beat. Great job, everybody. It sounded fantastic. See you for the next episode of New York Stories.